Let's dig a little bit more into those numbers from Alphabet that we got after the close yesterday that's sending the shares higher today. This after, of course, the company saw a lot of growth in its ad business, both at YouTube and in its search business. So I want to bring in Ygal Arounian. He is Wedbush Securities Equity Research Vice President. He covers the stock, among other internet names. Ygal, we here have been talking about, among other themes this earnings season, how close we are to sort of peak growth for many of these companies. When it comes to Alphabet, though, when you look at some of its areas like travel search, for example, is there actually room for expanding growth as we head throughout the year?
Hey guys, thanks for having me. Yeah, absolutely. I think we're still in pretty early stages for Google, and that's pretty incredible to say for a trillion-dollar company. But they had an absolutely massive blowout quarter. I think Google is very exposed to reopening theme. The digital advertising continues to take share of total ad dollars. And I think this year we're going to see a real resurgence in overall ad spend, with digital continuing to take share. And Google really has its tentacles all over that with search and Gmail, as well as YouTube and its ad networks. So we continue to see real upside in Google's numbers and estimates moving forward this year.
And then, Ygal, as you think about the opportunity for Google here, and you look at the quarter last night, what do you make of what's happening in the cloud business? Because we've seen AWS has taken its lead, and we'll get the results from them tomorrow evening. But that unit cutting its losses significantly, growing faster than the overall Alphabet enterprise. What's the opportunity there? And are we indeed going to see Azure and Google Cloud kind of eventually catch up to AWS?
Yeah, I think Google Cloud is a huge opportunity for Google. It's a big part of why we like the story so much. There's a ton of growth left there. Google started from behind, and they've really done a really good job in catching up. They're still the number 3 player in the market, but you're increasingly seeing them just get really strong deals. They talked about it on the call last night. They signed up Univision yesterday, and part of the driver for that deal, which is a really large one for them, was that they were able to tie together the other pieces of their business, like YouTube and search, to give kind of one big collective agreement. And I think that's real powerful for them. Their margins have a real ability to catch up. They've put in a lot of the investment already, a lot of the fixed costs in building out data centers and hiring engineers. And now they're going to hit scale phase. And I think you're going to see both continued top line strength from cloud and gaining share. And I think you're going to see margins catch up to AWS and Azure. And that's also a tremendous opportunity for the stock and in the valuation, as the cloud business should overall get a stronger valuation than the digital advertising piece.
And Ygal, I've been seeing recently Google advertising more on television, their shopping function. I haven't seen those type of commercials from them before, at least not to my recent memory. Is Google launching an attack on Amazon's core retail business?
I don't know if I'd call it an attack on Amazon's core retail business, but shopping is very critical for Google, and we can't forget that. It has been a big driver of why search continues to outperform. They are trying to make it more of an open retail ecosystem there. They made a lot of changes in how e-commerce advertising works across their platforms, and they're seeing that strength kind of move forward. So as e-commerce continues to grow, Shopify reported this morning really strong results. We're continuing to see e-commerce take share of total retail. I think that means that advertising dollars around e-commerce will continue to flow through, and search is very well positioned to capture that, and that's what they're trying to build around.